later in this clip. We're gonna keep it going. I'm
No,
gonna narrate it just a little bit.
I'm
You're gonna
gonna
see.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to stop you there.
yeah.
Let me tell you, this is some of the worst damage to police property I have ever seen in my entire life. This is the saddest excuse for rioting I have ever seen.
Brought in our drinks. So.
Get some. The hand of God is directing us. I know.
Hit the host button.
Oh, but
Host us. Host.
What'd you call me?
Host us.
Oh.
Host.
What are you saying about me?
how do I do that?
How do you host?
If you're on your phone, tap the main window, and then there's a little box with an arrow pointing up in it.
Yep.
And on the very bottom it says host channel. So that way, if anybody goes to your channel, they'll see that you're online and it'll redirect them to us.
Yep, my channel. Which has no videos, no streams, no nothing.
I have no friends, so I think that's gonna work out for me.
It's going
Alright.
to turn like that.
Ready? Switch us on.
Hey! How's everybody doing on this wonderful Bins Day, your favorite day of the week? Guess who's back? Yay! I am back. I'm sorry I missed a few weeks, but a couple of weeks ago I was still working in Vegas, and it was weird schedules, and every single solitary time I decided that, oh yeah, I'm gonna take this shift off and, go to the pool, or, get something good to eat for once. I just ended up crashing on my bed and napping. So I needed it. It was exhausting but a lot of fun. And then last week I had dental work, which caused my dentist, because I was getting cavities filled, just like ripped apart my entire face, and so my jaw was like, yeah, he took this clamp thing and stuck it in my tooth, like right underneath, and stuck it to the side of my lip to like open up it, and I'm like, this is painful.
You know, you could pay for that in Soho.
It was kind of
Was it
like
I think it was my doctor's office.
It was your doctor. I was just gonna say that it was the same thing. It was just it was a dark room. It was kind of dingy. No, so it was just like this really horrible like torture device that went inside my head. So I was not in a good place.
At the start of the process, did he say to you, "Do you want to play a game?"
Uh-oh. We have
Hey,
a
Val.
Val. We have a Val. Looking good.
Always.
Woo!
She's
So the paparazzi.
she's tired.
Of
What
your
happens
shit.
when you smash into a tree?
No, she parked an ATV in the tree. I told you.
That was on purpose.
I do have video proof.
Did you show her the video of you parking a car in a tree and she went, "Hold my beer"?
Yeah.
Yep.
We could up this. We could make this a thing.
No, what I said was, you can't park that there, mate. And she gave me a look.
Like, don't tell me what to do.
No, she gave me she gave me a look, which basically was like, yeah, I've got cats.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, let me finish with the introductions, since I've been away for too long. I decided to commandeer.
That's a really good Soundgarden song, by the way.
Okay, so then we have the magnificent, wonderful Wayne Maker, the Wayne Maker.
Hello. How are you?
There we go. That way. And then down in that corner, wave, Jertan. There you go. There you go. We have Jertan, who's in a completely foreign country. or what was supposed to be Jartab. Beware, there will be cats in his image. And then of course down there is our producer extraordinaire with getting a nice long hair. Show us that. Nice. Look at that. It's gonna be beautiful. What are you gonna do with it? No. No. So you can do whatever you want. So that of course is Mikey with his lovely new do. And we're excited to see what's gonna happen.
I've got a new do too.
Ooh. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it's my last throw of the dice before the whole hair goes, because right here the sunroof is well open.
We like that.
Yeah, but what?
Little distinguished age.
Yeah, but what I'm going to do is what's known as a throw over. In a sense, I'm gonna
Yes.
comb this throw to cover that ball patch, and possibly put a bit of hair glue in there, a bit of spray or something.
Very nice.
So, but yeah.
It's just you're like holding on for dear life. Stay.
The thing is, everyone is so used to me wearing a hat that I walked in the pub the other day with my hair out and I'd like brushed it out and everything. Everyone's like, "What the fuck happened to you?" I'm like, "Oh, cheers."
Oh, Mikey, you're muted on the stream. And yes, I am Bob. And thank you for asking, I guess.
I should be good now.
That is the most disconcerting chat we've had in a while. I'm like, okay, is this like I'm gonna make it block? Fuck it.
Yeah, I got my finger on the button. But welcome.
Who's driving this shit?
And welcome everybody if this is your first time hearing us. Hi, we're the Podcast.
Are we?
Yes.
Elite
and
broadcasters.
If you are listening, you can check us out on YouTube and Twitch by the same name. And if you're watching on YouTube, then you should consider coming and hanging out for the live recording on Twitch.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. We're on Twitch. You could chat with us on Twitch. And we can ignore you on Twitch.
Which happens to most.
Which necessarily needed.
Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it, Skullsata.
We have a sub?
We have a sub.
Woohoo!
And now you can see Wayne check his fridge.
Check my fridge. Thanks, Mikey. and thanks to the boys at Going in Raw as well for creating that lovely gif of me.
It's perfect.
Fake looking at my fridge.
It's perfect.
Thank you, Scully. Appreciate it, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, where are we going? What are we drinking, everyone? It's been a while since we've all been here, so it's your turn.
Starting off EC tonight because I literally just woke up like 10 minutes before I booted up my computer. So I'm having Abra. Light beer.
Just an IPA?
No, it's just a lager, mate. Light lager.
And I think this is interesting and something we should probably point out to people. We're not all in the same room. So what time is it where you're at right now?
It's 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
And I'm an hour behind. Even though Jartan is further east than I am, he's an hour ahead. I don't get it. But anyway, 8:30 here.
Because that's how it works.
That's how it works, man. What are you talking about? Every time we have to do this.
Finland is further east. That's an hour ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Russia, well, that's in 1945, but you know.
West France is Central European time as well. And if you look at the longitude and latitude.
Just remember, everybody, where Wayne is currently located. He is located at 0. So we are all incredibly wrong. Like wherever we are in the wrong spot.
Right.
According to Wayne.
That's how it works.
It's like the people who are
That's how
east
colonialism works, you wankers.
It's like people east of me are like further ahead of me in time. Yes, that is the way the Earth rotates. What are you saying? You're a man of science, Wayne.
No, I'm a man of Shiraz.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I asked for a Cab Sav and you didn't want to give it to me.
Yep.
No.
He
Yeah,
said
Shiraz.
you'll have it by January 2024
Yeah.
with the rest of our clothing.
And Wayne,
Yeah,
where
I know that's a sore subject, and I'm still in the process.
No, dude, you're fine. Dude.
where on this planet are you for first time peoples?
I am actually
Wayne.
in. Oh, Wayne.
Oh, me? I'm
Nobody
in
cares
the,
about Wayne.
I'm in the glorious UK, which is, not
No.
got anything going on here at all. We're just
No.
carrying on.
No good parties to go to? No?
No.
I know this
you-
exclusive joint. I know this real exclusive. It's called the 10 Club.
It's called number 10. Yeah?
The club is called number 10, man.
You can have cake, but you can't eat it.
It's massively hard to get into.
How's the dancing? Like, is this like
Oh yeah, lots of dancing.
lots of dancing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You like drinking?
Do you want some cheese? Nice cheese board?
Oh.
No?
There is charcuterie.
Ooh, my favorite.
Yeah, but if you do go to any of these parties, you must immediately resign from your designated job afterwards, unless you're someone.
Unless you're throwing the party, and then you're exempt.
But more of that later. A little hook and teaser. Come on.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Brenna. Where in the world are you? What time is it? And what are you drinking?
I am in sunny Southern California.
Boo!
Like all of you wish you could be right now.
Boo!
Yeah, well, right now,
Boo.
but in about a month when your entire state is on fire, we just don't.
When you have that statewide barbecue.
Right. There's
Some
smoke
people-
billowing up from the mountains.
Some people like to have 4th of July celebrations. They like to have 4th of July seasons. They have an entire season dedicated to lighting things on fire.
Well, we just got our Santa Anas. So Santa Ana season always leads into Santa Ana winds is like hot dry winds. I actually drove back from Las Vegas in these Santa Ana winds, and for 4 days I couldn't like breathe through my nose. It was horrendous. But once we get Santa Ana's, because it dries everything up, Jartan's right, we get fire season. So then everything catches on fire. So we're getting ready for fire season. We're putting out our twigs and stuff like that. So, you gotta decorate somehow.
Putting our kindling out and our timber framed houses.
And now we put the ceremonial lighter fluid all over the...
Yes, but I just have I have a question. But if you rake the floor of the forest, wouldn't that help?
Yeah, rake it up.
I mean, we could. We could try.
Stop using logic. Stop it.
It's not. That's not logic. That's not.
It breaks their brains.
That doesn't work. He's making fun of Trump.
Yep.
Because Trump said they wouldn't have forest fires if they just raked up all those leaves out there.
Yeah.
In nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though forest fires are natural. Anyway, so yes, I'm in Southern California, so it's 12:40 in the afternoon, which means unlike these people over here, I'm not
These
day
people.
drinking.
What you mean, these people?
These people.
Yeah, you're the European and the English guy. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've been de-Eurified as well.
That was
Yeah.
your own fault.
I didn't vote for it. I was quite happy with freedom of movement and all that stuff.
I just thought of your
wait.
I just thought of your wrestler name, Wayne.
Hmm.
The referendum.
Oh,
Oh, it's brutal. The referendum
Yeah.
is brutal. It's brutal.
yeah. I'm
He's
coming to
one of-
lay judgment on everyone.
What, and then, just get up and leave without having a plan?
Go.
just in the middle of the match, just
You're
like,
just
can't-
like, and we're done.
Can't pin me or tap me. I've already left.
Yeah.
has anybody seen the referendum? Yeah, he just fucked off.
He's in the bar.
It wasn't complete. It wasn't a complete referendum.
All right. And I just, Stags, yes, it does help to maintain the forest, but we can't have people going around in the forest with rakes, tidying up. That's not really how it works.
No.
We do stuff to try, to prevent forest fires, and every country does that, but because it's so dry, so warm during forest season, and because we have something called climate change, we just make it just warmer and drier around the world. We have not just these concentrated fires that we used to have 20 years ago. Now it's a lot fucking worse. Even the rainforest, which by the fucking name of it shouldn't be able to fucking burn, burns. Yes. So, but all right.
You've also got to remember, Jartan, gender reveal parties.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to cut back on those.
Yeah, that's a symptom of stupidity, but yeah.
Well, when I
Right,
have
what we're going to do is we're going to light a firework in this really dry wooded area. What could go wrong?
So me and Kristen, when that day comes, we talked about having a gender reveal party and streaming it, of course. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not tell you the gender until you give me $1 million.
Okay.
Wow.
So when you guys hit that $1 million Patreon goal, then we will tell you the gender of the baby.
How
Hopefully you guys do it in 9 months.
How
Yeah.
about a gender is a social construct that doesn't mean anything. Anyway.
Thing is, my
We'll have that
next
party.
gender reveal party is going to be like Heath Ledger walking away from that hospital in the dark night.
Just kaboom.
Sitting there hitting the thing.
And nobody watches. And nobody's gonna watch it. Nobody's gonna see it.
So, I went to all this trouble and there's no viewers.
It says I got 2 people here. I'm pretty sure that's me and my iPad. All right.
Yeah, it's my computer.
Oh, wow.
My iPad. Oh,
My
it's third. Oh, it's my phone.
My eye's leaking.
Your
Anyway,
eyes leaking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well done, you.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
Alright.
everybody. So, and I'm drinking nothing because I don't day drink because I'm not
Boo.
weirdo. No, because I like to. Because if I was drinking, I would be passing out in an hour, and nobody wants to see that.
I beg to differ. I think that our viewer,
Unless
I would say that our viewer count would be like 10 times as if you passed out in the next hour.
And if you want to see what Brenna looks like drunk, with friend of the show, Jenna, you can go to our Patreon and you can find out what Jenna and Brenna are like when they're drunk.
What's the name of that show again?
The BJ Specialists.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's true.
And if you think it sounds something a bit mucky, it's because it is.
That's why we don't air it on the
Yeah, that's
on
why
the
it's behind
channel.
the
That's what's
paywall.
behind the paywall.
You gotta know what you're getting into. There's a waiver.
Mhm.
There's a whole thing. All right. Jartan.
Let's get to
the meat.
talking about something that happened. Apparently, I have no idea. So
Okay.
let's
So,
go.
yes, Sweden's had a rough Easter. It started. Article first.
Okay. It's not on screen yet.
There you go. Article first. There we go. Fantastic. So it started with this bloke called Rasmus Paludan. And who is Rasmus? Well, Rasmus is a Danish, Swedish white supremacist that actually got kicked out of his Danish party while running for parliament because he had, let's say, less than savory conversation with kids.
Ugh.
So he got kicked out and basically became a persona non grata in politics, But he decided, well, it's Easter and it's also Ramadan. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to travel around Sweden burning the Quran.
There you go. That's appropriate.
And of course, because we do have freedom of speech, freedom of expression in this country, he was allowed to do that with the protection of the police. But a lot of people, not only Muslims, did take a lot of exception to this, and that's what we're gonna see a bit of now. And we muted the audio because the audio is in Swedish, so we're not gonna play that. But it started pretty nice in a town called Jönköping. Wasn't too bad. Oh, there we go. There's the audio gone. But then it started escalating as it came out that this guy was traveling around basically all of southern Sweden burning the Quran. Police were injured. There was a lot of throwing of stones. They set fire to a lot of police cars. They did all kinds of stuff. As you can see, that's how a SWAT van looks like in a civilized country, not like like a goddamn armed personnel carrier. Like
no APCs here.
No APCs here with SWAT team guys standing on the side.
I was about to say that looks like Wayne's van.
Yep. It basically
Fuck you.
They've torched
is
it.
just a transit. All right.
Yeah, he's got that transit. The fucking
So
You
Ford
might have got transit.
yeah.
Ford
But
Express.
But this escalated and just got worse and worse, and you can jump to the next clip, please. And here we also have a bit of audio that you could listen to. Nej, inte idag. Inte idag.
I'm over here answering him. I'm over here looking like I understand him and shit. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll be
Do what?
right back.
it's getting live and direct. Okay.
Wow.
Do you? Oh, he's got his headphones off. He doesn't know what I'm saying right now. Look at him, thinking his beard is cool. Your beard sucks.
What are you?
Shut
rocking?
up, shut up, Beardy.
And just to address chat, is it the same in Sweden as in Finland? Cops mostly drive around in these kind of minivans. Yes, Skull State. Most northern European countries are the same, and most are not armed. It's only the mental ones that tend to be armed, like Spain and Italy.
Yeah, no, police in Sweden have been armed since around 2010 somewhere.
Is that routine arming or is that voluntary?
Yeah. Norway has the same thing as the UK police, where the firearms are locked in the police vehicles.
Oh,
Yeah, no, in the police vehicles. They do have firearms with them on patrol, but they not on their person. They are only being picked out if if the situation warrants it. When they go out in a situation like this is the second big riot that happened over Easter. I think this is Long Friday. So the police came here and they were already armed, right? And now we can go to the third clip, and they fired shots at the protesters. And as you can see here, it's people throwing stones, half-assed attempts at harming the vehicles, and all that.
Bulletproof.
Yeah.
Riot.
Yes, as you will see a little bit later in this clip, we're gonna keep it going. I'm gonna narrate it just a little bit. You're gonna see.
I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is some of the worst damage to police property I have ever seen in my entire life. This is the saddest excuse for rioting I have ever seen. For lay of the land for the people who are just listening at home. They got like a line of like, I don't know, probably 4 to 6 of these like armored police vans. And there's this crowd of dudes and they are trying to beat the shit out of this van. They are failing.
And remember, these guys don't have guns of their own. So it's kind of funny the way that they use their bodies to try to get these.
Yeah. So while we
riot
have this discussion,
groups.
can you just keep it
Yeah.
going in the background?
Yeah.
Because we're going to see them actually,
There's a jump kick. That's an easy way to hyperextend your knee. You're going to fuck your whole shit up. You're going to fuck your whole shit up. Oh, that mirror's done.
I'm telling you as a wrestling aficionado, they're going to do themselves some damage here. The technique is all wrong.
Oh, look at this dude. He said, I'm going to kick you for trying to stop me from trying to pull the windshield wipers
Yeah,
off. Boom.
the windshield wipers.
Yes, I can't hurt the vehicle itself. I'm just going to pull off the windshield wipers.
And he couldn't do it either.
Boom.
What he needs to do there is just drop the elbow on the wing mirror.
Yeah. From the top of the van.
Oh, look. The full weight of
look.
their body.
Here, they threw a fucking bike. This is the bullshit I be talking about. This motherfucker is inexperienced. They just threw a bike.
That's a town bike. That's what you go around town with. That's not even like it's lightweight.
That's not his bike.
It's probably a rental as well.
That's not his bike. Why are you throwing motherfuckers' bikes? This dude is at work, probably at the fucking sports arena. Had to fucking his car's in this fucking shit. He had to fucking get a ride over there. And then he got sick of getting rides. People stopped volunteering to take him to work. So he fucking got himself a little fucking bike so he can get back and forth to work. And here's these assholes. He just picked his bike up and threw it at the cop fucking van.
But it gets better. It gets better. You have to play. Keep playing.
Tons of mice in the chat. Beard shaming. Famine for the win.
Damn right. This dude the dude that got this rock. He is throwing this rock extra slow.
And he did it backhand as well.
Yeah, no. But look what he tries a second time.
It's like he's throwing a football back on the pitch.
Look.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a fucking like a ball out, you know.
Yeah, look, throwing.
Yeah, he's throwing it overhead.
Yeah, but look at this. He almost got hit by his own.
Oh yeah.
He caught it.
Oh, here we go. And now the gender reveal.
Gender reveal.
He's got a fucking, I don't know what that thing is. What do you call it? Roman candle?
Candle.
It
It's a
popped
firework
out the
candle.
Roman candles, like 3 of them, and he's like, "What do I do with this? Chuck it at it."
So I'm not.
But kudos to the police officer who just got in the van while they're pebbling it with rocks.
He's probably got a cigarette on the go.
Yeah, they're clearly having problems with that fucking van. So yeah, he's safe in there. They can't even. Okay, so first of all, let me pull the video back up. I'm sorry. I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not advocating for how to destroy things. But here's some tips. First of all, your rocks are way too fucking big. Way too fucking big. That is a fucking 20-pound stone. You're not throwing that at anything. You know how much a baseball weighs? Like 3 pounds, 2 pounds, nothing. It weighs nothing. That's why they can throw it so fast. You were not throwing that more than 10 miles an hour. He probably tore a rotator cuff trying to do that shit.
So, Mikey, are you advocating for people to turn up with their golf bag and a load of Titleist balls and just smacking them against
it depends on what their objective is. If their objective is to hurt themselves, then they should do what these gentlemen are doing. But if they want to actually damage the vehicle, they should probably do something more effective. I'm just saying. Just saying.
Wow.
Right. And also, there's more than one side of a fucking thing.
Writing tips from the Bin Podcast.
Yeah, just leave it in the comments below. How would you flip this van? How does one flip this van? And the cat's drinking water. Wait a minute. Let me just close up.
This is true.
I'm going to make this the clip for Jartan. He loves it. He's such a thirsty boy. I think that was pretty much the end of that clip.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, so discussion time, right?
Yep.
Yes, people did get hurt, and we're not only talking about police officers, we're talking about civilians. A lot of people actually tried to stop this while it was going on and trying to tell the protesters, this is what he's trying to do by burning Quran, right? He's trying to make the point that, look at all of these Muslims and what they will do if you offend them,
Right.
right? The same as with the caricature, same with Charlie Hebdo, all of
Yeah.
that stuff, right? So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to pull that point through. But should that kind of rhetoric be protected by your right to demonstrate and all that when you know that all of this damage to when it's going to happen? Like, what's the what's our stop point when we let people protest like this?
This is a tricky subject, I feel, because I feel that you should be able to burn any religious item because logically it's just paper. Um, you should be able to do that, but if you're doing it purposely to antagonize people, then I think that's where the problem lies because he knows what he's doing. Your man over there in Sweden, he knows exactly what he's doing.
It's a
Same as
Danish pedophile who came to Sweden to do this.
to do it.
Just
Yeah,
so we're clear.
exactly. So there was intent straight away. So when you can prove intent, I think that supersedes freedom of expression and freedom of speech because you can prove intent. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah. I
you
get
get all
what you
these paedophile hunters over here who will use a decoy and set up that they're meeting like I don't know like 14-year-old girl or something, and then when they turn up to meet this guy, he's arrested because they can prove intent. So it's for me, it's the same thing. If you're going out purposely to try and antagonize someone or try and get someone to commit a crime, then you've proved intent.
Yep. Okay, Brenna.
Sorry, the gardeners are here. I tend to agree. It just seems like if your whole point, I mean, he's going around doing these riot tours, right? Where he's going taking a Quran, which how is he getting these Qurans? Does he buy them? Because now he's paid like he
They're
has the
his.
right to. He has the right to. But if your intent was to antagonize, which by the way, what's the point of antagonizing people? I just think it's a psychosis at that point
Mm.
where you're like, let me see if this person will hate this. Like, do you like being hated? I guess maybe that's what the whole point is.
I
But
think it's just I really really need attention,
yeah, it
and
just
I'll do anything to get attention.
it seems like and if from the article that you take a brief it like wrapping it in bacon and setting it on fire.
Oh, yeah,
Like
that's it.
that is kind of like I hate myself so much that I want you to hate me just as much as I do.
Yeah,
And it's kind of a cry for help. Obviously,
yeah,
there's something wrong with this person. And if that's the kind of world that they want to live in where they're just trying to cause problems, then their intent is to cause problems. And
yeah,
thus that needs to be stopped. He has every right to burn the book, but he has no right to to cause a riot. And then of course we're kind of dealing with that whole what was the intent of somebody like
mm.
what was the intent of Donald Trump saying about
Yeah,
the insurrection, like where is his role in it, and is it just his speech or was there more involved in that? And that's what we're going through right now. Like it's not just about the speech or it's not just about the act, it's also about how it's supposed to play out.
Sure, sure, but
And also, I just want to let you know that this is Ramadan right now, which is an
mm.
extremely holy month for the Muslims.
Yeah,
So this is not even on top of it. It's not just about burning the Quran. This is a very particular time. This is chosen, and this
Yeah.
happens every Ramadan.
And
Something goes off.
to
No,
your point, Brenna.
wait.
Sorry,
No,
sorry.
wait. I want to hear what Mike has got to say about this as well before we go
Yes.
Yeah.
twice
Sorry.
around.
Sorry.
Because I don't know the law in Sweden, I have a clarifying question. Are there laws on the books about inciting violence or fighting words?
Yes.
Okay. Did he violate any of those?
No.
Then they're wrong for rioting. It's not illegal. I know it's annoying, but it's not illegal. And if you don't want it to be just annoying, then you need to do what you can to make it illegal. And that's the law of the land. So
this is also something that, they are talking about now, like how can we stop this from happening, because, there have been some pretty bad riots in Gothenburg and stuff over the last 10 years because of stuff like this. But what I think in this case, and of course my opinion of this is colored by the fact that I do not like what this guy stands for.
right.
Neo-Nazi Danish pedophile burns the Quran, and then Swedish police officers and citizens get fucking hammered for it. What I think, let him do it, and
And turn the cameras away.
yeah. Why should he be protected by police by doing something that is only done to as a provocation? Why should, if you want to do that, we are not going to give you permission to do that. We are not going to protect you if you do that. If you do it, you're on your own, and the consequences is on you.
But does this not then go back to what we were speaking about the other week about the commoditized media, in the sense of they can get eyeballs on it, so they're going to promote it, and he's going to do it. So it's kind of like a chicken and egg scenario.
Yeah, I think it is. But the point is, if we say you have every right to do this, right, and you're allowed to do this, but we think that if you do this, it's gonna be, disturbing the peace. Yep. Therefore, we cannot be responsible for the consequences of you doing that. So we cannot protect you if you choose to go through with this on Ramadan in these areas where we know a lot of our new countrymen live that aren't climatized to our way of looking at religion, right? So if you do this, you're free to do so. We will not arrest you for doing this. And yes, when you get beaten into a pulp, we will arrest the people responsible for that. Yeah. But you will be beaten into a pulp. Is that clear? And that's on you.
Because ultimately, he's just trying to make a martyr out of himself.
That's exactly the word I was gonna deploy.
So 100%. He's intentionally, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a Muslim. I don't support any fucking religion. I think it's stupid that they're getting pissed about it, but he knows that they're going to get pissed about it, and he's using that knowledge to do something.
It's something like it's something like, well, if I use my words to incite these people to be violent, I'm the right one, because I knew that they were going to be violent. But you're egging somebody on. You're a bully.
You're picking a fight.
And you want the fight. You cannot cry over the spilt milk that you spilled. Right. It doesn't work like that. This victimizing. He might think of it as martyrdom. But it's victimizing. You're victimizing yourself because you want this to happen. And of course it's going to happen because you antagonized them not only once, but multiple times. And I believe this person even has had years of experience.
Yeah. Yes. this
it's
has
fine.
been his entire stint for his entire political career.
Yeah,
Just
that's his thing.
inciting and provocation and all of this. The thing that I feel like we've gone too far is we put police on the barricades to protect him, right?
Right.
Because
Should
it's
be
his
the
right.
opposite.
Because it is his right to do so. But the point is, if the police is not there, if he's still allowed to have his protest, his little speech, and light the Quran on fire, and there's no police there to protect him, he still has not been stopped um, um, his rights. What's the word? He's exercise his rights.
Yeah.
Like he's still allowed to do that. But we
But you s-
cannot. But it's just insane for us because it's so clearly just a provocation.
Yeah.
And
The
that's
thing is,
all he wants to do. He wants this to happen, and that's the only reason he's going to these areas to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Staggy, thank you so much that I've actually managed to convince you for once because we do not agree on a lot of things.
Read the comment because audio.
Yeah, so Staggy just wrote, Jordan just managed to convince me of his point. Well done.
Thank you.
And
Well, see,
I've because this has happened in Sweden for a few times now, I had a lot of time to think about this, and I think our law is flawed, but it's as good as it can be because if he went out and say hit somebody or actually incited violence, that would be against the law, right? But this is the same thing, but it's non-prosecutable because it's not actually inciting violence, but violence is what he's looking for, and therefore you have forfeited your right to have police on site while you're doing this. You have the right to do it, but we will stand
I don't-
back and take care of you when you're beaten to a pulp.
I don't know that he hasn't incited violence because incited violence isn't just like shoving somebody to like kick off the fight. It's words too. Like that's why I brought up fighting words. Like I can't just like walk up to somebody and be like, "Oh yeah, bitch. Well, when you walk outside this bar, I'm gonna bust you upside your fucking head." They can now beat my ass because I've threatened them in a way that I've made it. You know what I mean? Like I'm making it seem as if I'm going to attack them later. So now they have the right to defend.
martyr yourself.
So now, right? Well, they have a right to defend themselves at that point.
Exactly.
But if they start throwing hands first, you can say, "I just said a word."
Right.
But
No,
that's the victimizing.
That's the fighting words. That's the inciting the violence.
Mikey, but here's the thing. He's made a career over this for the last 30 years. So he knows exactly how far he can pull this without breaking the law. Right?
Right.
And he's always going to be balancing on that. And Staggy actually wrote very well. It reminds me of the people going over the safety fence at the Grand Canyon. But this guy has been balancing on that fence for 30 years. He never goes over the fence, so he's liable for anything. But he makes everybody else jump over the fence by standing there with a huge sign, "It's safe," and then everybody else jumps over, and then they're at fault for dying.
Yeah.
As you get my metaphor here, or
we have characters like that over here. We had Amjam Chowdhury, who is an imam that was calling out about anything to do with Britain and Jewish people and everything, but he knew the line because he's a trained lawyer, so he knew where to pull it back, so he didn't get in bother. And at the same time,
it's like Fox News, right?
Yeah.
You can't, like, Tucker Carlson says something that is incorrect, right?
And he insinuates, he doesn't actually accuse.
He creates this false narrative.
Yes.
But because they keep saying, "Oh, it's an opinion," they're not liable for what he says.
100%. 100%.
Because
And that is the Murdoch media.
Opinion, not news. And so they get away with this shit because they know exactly what to say. Well, it doesn't have to be true. It just has to be his opinion.
Yeah, and then
but at the same time, they also do this thing where they say they are protected by journalistic laws when it suits them. So their opinion hosts when it suits them, their journalists when it hosts them, their news, their opinion. It's so convoluted, but they're very good at finding that line, standing on the fence, as we said, and never balancing, never going too far, and always pulling back at the same time.
it comes with experience
Exactly.
Mm.
So,
and understanding.
and that's where I think that I have a valid point in that. Go
No,
burn the
I'm,
Quran.
I'm in total agreement with you.
Yeah.
It's just a case of just highlighting that incitement in the sense of, like you can kill someone, but you can be done for murder or manslaughter. If one's premeditated and one's an accident, you can be tried on either or. So
And that's why they always want to get your lawyers want you get you the less. Well, it's manslaughter because they showed up.
They didn't mean it. They didn't
Right.
mean to do it.
It was just wrong place, wrong time versus saying I'm going to go out and kill somebody. Like
exactly
there's this fine line that people are walking and learning how to walk that.
And people skate it all the time, and especially in the moderated language that they use, and then they can turn around and say, "I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that."
Yeah, I use different words, and then it's just like, it's all semantics. But we are going to move on from this topic. But before we do, I just want to say one thing. I also agree with Mikey. I think the rioters played him all the cards right into his hands.
Yep.
They just gave him all the things that he needed, and they are stupid for. I just don't understand why they're so easily manipulated by these insane right wings, Quran burning, Bible beating, flag waving fuckheads.
Are you talking about the U.S. or somewhere else? Because that's
I'm talking
exactly
about
what happens.
I'm talking about everywhere.
It's a brainwashing technique.
Yeah.
Remember, we've been watching this for, at least 8 years or
Our
so.
entire lives.
Watching the brainwashing techniques of right wing insanity, and where it's you're fine, everybody else is taking away everything that you know and love. You have no money because of other people, you have no jobs because of other people, your culture is being taken away from their religion is the problem, their traditions are the problem, their acceptance of transgender people is the problem because now you're no longer acceptable as you are. So it becomes this, I'm going to beat you down and tell you that it's everybody else. Now they need to go so that you can be better.
It's classic Schrodinger's immigrant, in the sense of they're coming to steal your jobs, but they're also coming to steal your benefits. The two do not exist.
You cannot do both. They're not paying taxes, and they live on benefits, and they're taking our jobs away.
That doesn't happen.
Sorry?
Exactly.
Which one is it? Is it the 19-foot fence or the 20-foot ladder? You can't have both.
Yeah.
Well, then, like, you had the Dream Act, the Dreamers, as you say, where they were kids. They got like a temporary citizen, basicay, like they can't be they can't be deported because they did not have any choice. They pay taxes, lots of taxes, because they have jobs, they go to school, go jobs, but they can't get any of the benefits that come from that. They're not going to be able to get the taxes. They're not going to be able to get Social Security benefits from that. They'll just pay into it, but they won't get it out. And I think that's sort of this. Nobody's telling them that this is telling the right wing, we'll call them crazies, but they're,
They exist in immigration purgatory.
Exactly. But nobody understands that because nobody is telling them. They're just saying, hey, these are immigrants. They need to leave because they're stealing your jobs. They're stealing your benefits. They're not paying taxes. And, you're paying for all their stuff, which is completely false. But nobody wants to tell them because if you don't scare people, you can't control them.
And also, they're stealing your women and turning your kids trans.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, I have to go kiss the kids goodnight, and Brenna has to do mid-roll. Yay!
Brenna's on double duty today.
God.
Well, real quick before we do the mid-roll, I remember the last time that the American government tried to get everybody afraid of everything, and it was 9/11. and we hated everybody. We were afraid of everybody, and we treated everybody like garbage. So it's not always just like the fringe Milo Yiannopoulos kind of weirdos. It's not always just those guys.
Sorry, who?
That dude.
Who?
Yeah, it's not always just like the fringe idiots. It's sometimes entire governmental structures that are literally set up to distract you and make you not think of things critically and to play on your emotions and to get you all hopped up to get your support behind something.
Kind of like what Putin did with his Russian military and that their families, because they were told they were going in to liberate Ukraine. And they were wondering why they were being met with resistance. Well, it's because Putin made sure that he was saying, you're doing a good job. You need to do this. And then they're questioning what they were doing. And it's shocking that...
This is why we need to be skeptics, because we need to all check the information that we're getting and make sure.
But then what happens is that if you cut off all information such as these totalitarian governments, you're not just we're not just talking about Russia, but we're also talking about a lot of these Central American, Colombia. They're cutting off information, and so they're only getting the information that the government wants them to get. And
I would say we're just as susceptible in the sense of, and this is to go back to the profiteering point and commoditization of news. Like, I've heard nothing from our media about what's going on in Sweden. I've only heard it from Zlatan. So I wouldn't have a clue about that,
right?
Because it's not commercially viable by our media outlets. So we've got to be wary of that as well.
We don't care what happens in Sweden.
No, but we can listen. But we can listen. But we can listen to the testimony of Johnny Depp, which is literally a pre-recorded tape, which didn't even have to be on there, which they were gonna go over anyway. But they've been playing that for the last 10 weeks. So, and they're gonna keep running it, and it's still gonna have millions and millions of eyes, and this will never get brought up.
It's celebrity intrigue.
Yeah, I know more about American politics than I do about Irish. I know more about American politics than I do about French. That's how ridiculous our media is, because it's this whole Murdochization of media of all the English-speaking countries, the major English-speaking countries. So Australia, America, and the UK. We all get the same feed. All of us get the same feed, and it's because of Murdoch.
Yeah.
And it's shameful that I know less about France than I do about America.
And if Elon Musk gets Twitter, there's another thing that's just going to be majorly controlled.
We're all fucking fucked.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually think that that's going to happen?
Well, they're trying to block it, but the thing is, he's got too much money.
It just showed that he got the go ahead. So he could end up getting it, which, if he wants it, he's gonna get it. I mean, it's very hard if with all that money and power not to get something like that. I know Disney was going to be bought out, and then they stopped that before it got worse. But I mean,
Disney were into buy WWE.
Disney
is a chill.
Pretty much whatever they want. And going to get whatever they want. And then they had to stop a corporate what is it? Takeover. There's a fancy name.
Like a buyback.
It was basically it was somebody that was going to buy out Disney and then sell it for parts.
Oh, like asset stripping.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where somebody took over, they would take over and then sell it in its pieces, and then they stop that.
They buy Disney and then they sell off Marvel, they sell off Star Wars.
Or back when this was, they would sell off like ABC, and they sell off the parks and the resorts and all that stuff into pieces. But they spent a lot of money and they stopped that. So unless the shareholders of Twitter are gonna shell out the money.
We're in bother. I just mentioned Star Wars, and Harrison Ford just flew across your house.
I can see him on the map with the little red line.
Yeah.
I just have to say, I've got a special message for Mikey.
Ooh.
Oh, hello.
Vincent says, "See you later, buddy."
Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember how to say goodbye.
Hey, do.
Oh, that's very hurdy-gurdy, isn't it?
Yep.
Very
Hey,
hurdy-gurdy.
Hey, do.
Hello.
Hey, though.
Hey, do.
I know. Hey.
Sounds like I'm talking to Florence.
No, that was the hit single from Outkast. You remember?
Hey, no.
Hey, do.
Speaking of Scandinavian bands, Zlatan, you mentioned that man Rasmus. The first thing I thought about was that song by the Rasmus, which was everywhere at the time. I hate it.
I can't even remember it.
Do you know what song I mean?
No, I can't remember. I know that Rasmus had this one song. Hey, you can pull it up because we're on Twitch and they don't fucking care about copyright shit.
No, I'm just gonna pull up the song rather than jeopardizing us on anything.
No, but that song was literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
It was everywhere for and for a long time too. Like for a year, it was just everywhere. Come on.
I'm trying to find it. I've got Jezebel. That's not Jezebel.
That
In the Shadows.
In the Shadows.
Yeah. Oh God, it was just
in the shadows.
everywhere.
Yeah. So yeah.
So let's Patreon and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Full screen.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bin Podcast. It is Bin's Day, and you know what that means. You are going to go to patreon.com/TheBinPodcast, and you're going to sign up to become one of our patrons. Give us money so that we can continue doing this. That's how it's gonna roll. But if you're cheap, which is fine, we're not gonna force you to pay us. Not yet. You can become you can become one of our subscribers on Twitch. You can use your Amazon subscription. Just link it and click it. And that will help us out a lot. You can go onto YouTube and find the Bin Podcast and subscribe on there, and then share and like and comment on our videos. And there's words going across my face right now. I'm not quite sure if I like that. It kind of covers up all this. Anyway, you guys can help us out. Like, subscribe, find us on your favorite podcast catcher to get our audio version. Like, subscribe, leave comments, leave reviews, and help us out. And tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Tell all your friends about us.
Tell all your friends about how ridiculously good-looking Mikey is with his nice, sexy long hair.
Can I don't know if this is inciting violence, but can I promote a challenge for our viewers?
Ooh, challenges are good.
I'll have to figure out what your prize is, but I want you to record the most hilarious way that you can like subscribe to us or give us a 5-star review on someone else's phone.
Ooh.
I need you to sneak into I need an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine like trickery way of giving us a great review on iTunes. And then send me the clip and then I'll play it on the show.
Can I use your phone real quick?
Oh, dude, I got this flat tire. Can I just borrow your cell phone? Got him.
Brenner, here you go.
No. But I have to, but I have to say, other way, Brenner.
Shit.
No, when you were going the right way, Brenner was going the wrong way.
Oh, right.
No, not on the feed.
No, not on the feed. It's different. That's what's throwing me.
No, other way.
Other way.
Oh.
Other way, Brenner.
We're gonna be here for a while.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
No, this is the one.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because the feed is different because by my screen. Yeah,
it's double, triple reversed.
It's double, triple. But
fuck the round, got a triple double.
Skulls came in with the most awesome fun fact, and the fact that you brought up the Rasmus. The Rasmus is representing Finland in the Eurovision Song Contest this year.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I'm serious.
We've gone full circle.
Oh god.
Skulls, aka Finn. Thank you so
That's
much for that.
fucking
Made my
brilliant.
day. I actually had to look it up, and it's true. They are representing Finland in the Eurovision Song Contest 2022,
Wow.
which I'm probably going to be live streaming because I hate the Eurovision. But just because we did this and now we're talking about the Rasmus, I have to do it.
I don't even know who that
and
is.
we're still in it.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is, Brenna? I have no idea who they're talking
No,
about.
no.
No
I don't
idea.
Just
know.
watch watch the Will Ferrell movie Eurovision Song Contest. I think it's called Eurovision or something.
Jartan,
No,
do you
I'm
know
not
who's
doing
in the Eurovision who is not in Europe? That's not the UK.
Israel.
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. Yeah, but that's because they play to the European Broadcasting Union.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's a complete farce.
But also
Everything
Israel.
is made up,
Yeah.
But also
Mhm.
Israel.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
which is in.
And they won it. Didn't they win it with the bearded fella?
Yep. So the European Song Contest. Really?
What?
You have to read it.
No. I'm saying no. I'm not looking about like
Oh.
you have Israel in a Eurovision Song Contest. Like it's not even close to Europe. Like it
Is
just doesn't
Israel
make any sense.
technically in Asia?
Yeah, well, it's in the
No,
middle.
it's Middle East.
That's not a continent, though, is
Yeah,
it?
no, that's it's in
It's
Asia.
Middle
Yes,
East.
the Middle East is not a continent. You have Asia, Africa.
Oh no. But what I'm saying is it's classed as that little
Yeah.
It's still
area.
in Asia. All right.
Yeah, and yes, you, Skullsy, you should actually watch it. It's about an Icelandic band, the Will Ferrell movie I told you about. It's fantastic because it just encapsulates what Eurovision is, and Eurovision is magically big in Sweden. Like people have actual parties,
Yeah, same here.
and but you have like all the finales, the nationals and all that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
It's like American
Yeah.
Idol did over here.
It's
People used to
a
have parties for that
massive.
stuff.
The thing is, it's massive in the gay community over here. They have like proper massive parties about it.
Yep.
Like Brighton, when Eurovision is on, because Brighton's a very gay area. They have huge parties there for it. They have like nightclubs that just play the Eurovision Song Contest. It's mental.
Yeah, no, it's enormously big. So it's so
Sorry,
much fun.
sorry. Can you see me?
Thought
So
the
we-
camera angle had it. All right.
So
sorry.
we just got our own version of the European Song Contest. We got our
Really?
American Song Contest.
Is that the one with
Where-
Randy Jackson?
Let's see, who is the host? Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Kelly
Snoop and
Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson.
Snoop
So
Dogg
each-
is on
each-
everything.
Each state is represented. Each state and territory
Right.
is represented.
Oh, hold on. Before you say anything else, listen to this shit, Jartan. So
Oh,
each
God.
state gets to send somebody up. You know who punk ass Alaska did? The
Sarah
fucking
Palin.
the fucking singer songwriter fucking Jewel. Like they have actual recording artists in there with the fucking regular people. This is the fucking stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life. That is so unfair. Like, what am I supposed to?
Michael Bolton is
What-
representing Connecticut.
That's what I'm fucking saying. I gotta go against fucking Michael Bolton.
Cisco.
This is
We-
bullshit.
No, we had
Fucking
A few years
Quincy
ago-
Jones.
Gray.
Oh yeah, I gotta go up against fucking Quincy
Hang on.
Jones. Fucking, this
Yeah.
is not a fucking fair game.
I am gonna outdo you because talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna find it because it was unbelievable when I heard this person was representing England in the Eurovision Song Contest or the UK.
Yeah.
Sorry, right. Talk
I-
amongst yourselves. I'll find it.
Yeah, no, but I love that Mikey gets upset because it's supposed to be regular people. It's never gonna be regular people. You think it's a fair
bullshit.
contest? It's bullshit, right?
Bullshit.
It's
Music
just for-
industry up and down.
Yes, music industry. Who's gonna make the most money out of doing this? Right? It's just bullshit, and everybody knows. He's like, American Idol and trying to
Right.
say that it's because people get a chance at a record deal. Fuck no.
Mikey,
So you can get raped by a record company again.
in 2012, the UK's entrant to the Eurovision Song Contest, Engelbert Humperdinck.
Was Phil Collins busy?
Yes.
Why didn't you get Elton John? Why didn't you just have Elton John do it?
Oh, surely you should have Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, and our candidate for the Hunger Games is fucking Ed Sheeran in the music course. Like, what the fuck is this? This is like the fucking Gladiator Olympics, and you got fucking Joe Schmo coming up there with his acoustic, his little ovation, and his little songbook, thinking he's gonna change the world. Poor fool.
We had fucking Bonnie Tyler.
Yep.
That's cheating.
We had Katrina and the Waves.
We had ABBA.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's
The
nasty,
music industry. The music industry is scared to fight fair. That's all I can say.
That's like turning up with loaded gloves.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Hello, my
All right.
baby.
Where's your tool? What fucking tool? Yeah, boom.
All right, moving on.
Is there something happening in Parliament? Maybe. Wait. I heard something.
What?
Something about
What,
the 10.
is there a lobsters party in number 10 again?
Oh, I think there might be. And Boris Johnson is in all kinds of bother. Mikey, you kind of need to get rid of the advert on the front of this video. Yeah, so the MPs, the Conservative MPs were apparently meant to be whipped to vote down a mandate to say that
Giggity. Sorry.
Boris Johnson should be investigated for the parties and deceiving government or lying to the House of Commons.
Wait.
Now-
Say this all again. The Conservatives were supposed to be whipped together so that they could investigate their own party leader.
No, they were whipped. They were meant to be whipped to not investigate their leader.
Okay.
But unfortunately for them, the Labour Party put in a mandate that said, no, we're not doing that. We're referring him to the Ethics Committee. So, hang on. Mikey's just prepping the video so I can then comment.
We're going to get a video. Good.
Oh, yeah, we're getting a little video. But the Tories have basically had enough of Boris Johnson. He's had party after party at his gaff, and he's been found out. And now, because the Tories are getting an absolute kicking on the doorstep, because there's lots of local elections going on this week, and they're all stating that we're not voting for him because whilst our parents were dying, we was missing weddings and funerals and everything. He's having a jolly up in number 10.
Yeah.
This is.
And he's partying with his mistress and his wife and his ex-wife. Like.
Yep. And
he's just bringing the whole party in.
Our former health secretary was breaking the rules by having an affair where he got caught on camera. He resigned. Alexa, what's her name? Stratus. She got caught on camera, basically saying, "Yeah, we did have parties, but it's no big deal." She tearfully resigned.
Uh-huh.
Boris Johnson gets caught literally with his pants down, and no big deal. We need to move on. I'm going to India.
Yeah.
Ukraine over there. Look, dead cat on table. And that's
oh my god.
Basically what's going on. Mikey, is the video queued?
Yeah, it's ready to go. Let ye without the first COVID sin cast the first stone.
Ooh, good shot.
Wow.
All of you fucking UK motherfuckers were fucking wiling the fuck out. And now all of a sudden Boris is the bad guy because, we caught Boris. Y'all motherfuckers wasn't doing right neither because y'all numbers was fucking crazy. So, methinks thou doth protest too much.
But he's a governor.
Oh, yeah, but he's the governor. Yeah, y'all didn't do the shit either.
Okay.
All right. God, I love Parliament.
They're so.
I want Parliament.
Dude,
Can we get rid of our Senate chambers and just get Parliament? Because it's got to be more entertaining.
Unfortunately for me, I just thought up a new idea for a show.
Okay.
Oh God.
We're gonna watch the parliamentary procedures, and then every time they do something overly British, we're gonna drink.
You need to watch PMQs every Wednesday.
Oh yeah, the PMQs are great. That shit is hilarious. When I can't sleep, oh yeah, that shit's fucking. That is pure comedy. Jartan, if you need help staying awake on the road and you need a good fucking chuckle, this is the shit you need to be on, mate. This shit is proper funny.
Oh yeah.
The smugness. I think the eyes have it.
he heard literally no one.
Yeah.
Say no. Okay, I think the eyes have it.
Well, everyone who volunteers for dishes tonight, say aye. All right, that's some fucking schoolyard bullshit right there.
I want a parliament. I don't want Senate.
Yeah, dude.
I want a parliament.
Let's uproot. I'm with it. Let's uproot the fucking government, and we're gonna get rid of the Constitution, and we're gonna get a parliamentary system.
We're gonna get parliamentary because it's just way more fun.
This shit is funny. She looks like a very British aunt.
She really is.
A very British aunt. On the nod. Listen to them.
Nod.
Drink. We're starting this now. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back 20 seconds, and you guys, we're drinking every time that they do something overly British.
I want this so bad.
And if you think something's overly British, you just have to say in it.
In it.
In it.
Wait. So, is it safe for me to play this game because I do have to drive on Sunday?
No,
you'll be fine.
No, I need you to abstain.
Okay. All right.
Every other, you have to wait. You have to wait and skip.
Okay.
If you move to the whiskey, it's different. We can't.
Be liable.
Can't be responsible for me.
Can't do it.
Hey!
Oh, in it. The Privileges Committee.
Also, it's his third inquiry by the Commons, so now he's going to the Privilege Committee.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Just
Welcome to our world.
How the fuck did you conquer anything?
In it.
How the hell did y'all get out of the driveway?
They just planted the flag and said, "Hey, this is ours," and nobody was.
Basically, the English were male cats going around like pissing on everything. Mine. This is mine. This is mine.
That's mine. That's mine. This is mine.
I pissed on this. It's mine. Well, you can't take that. That's our land. No, I pissed on it, so it's mine. No, fuck you.
You see all these trees?
Huh?
These are ours.
Zoltan, it's funny you say that because that was the main tenet of the character, the cat in Red Dwarf. It was walking around Red Dwarf, pissing on shit, going, "That's mine. This is mine. This is mine."
Way outside, no kind of atmosphere. Okay.
Okay.
Well, actually, you guys are gonna hate me. We have to start over. The audio wasn't going to them. They have to hear this. They have
No,
to.
this is funny as hell.
So we'll just let it go through. We'll just let it play
Question is,
through.
as on the order papers, many of that opinion say aye. Aye. Of the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it.
In it.
The
In it.
ayes have it. Point of order, Paula Barker.
Pull the Barker. In it.
Mr Deputy Speaker, Yulia Unhead also...
And it goes through. Let's speak to our Deputy Political Editor, Sam Coates, who's standing by in Central Lobby. Sam, what happens now?
You know what? I'm giving that in it. That Central Lobby, like that very slow. Please bring up the next slide. I'm gonna give that. That's a very British presenter thing. I'm gonna give that in it.
In it.
It's been a very long 4 hours. The Commons have just on the nod, which means agreed without a vote, that Boris Johnson will now face a third inquiry. This one will be held by a committee called the Privileges Committee. It's got 4 Tories, 1 Labour and 1 SNP member on it. And that inquiry, which won't take place for several weeks until after
SNP, Scottish National Party,
has included hers. We'll look at whether or not Boris Johnson lied to Parliament. There's a list of different things the Prime Minister said in the last few weeks and months about whether or not rules were broken at the heart of government during the pandemic. Now a committee of MPs will judge whether or not what he said then amounts to a lie. Of course, if you knowingly mislead Parliament, according to the ministerial guidebook, you have to resign. But really, Sarah...
Jeez.
Jane, the significance of...
His tie is terrible. I have to say this. I cannot tell a lie, and that motherfucker needs a new tie. That shit is gross. Who dressed this man? It's not tied properly. I'm sorry, I have to go to the, like, surface material things, but if you're on TV, get somebody who knows.
Tie shaming.
You have to have a double Windsor if you're going to be on TV. That's just my thoughts. You can't go with the single Windsor. Got to go dub.
Well, you got to...
Yeah.
Nice and straight.
Today.
Oh, look at that. It's choked. You know what that is? He left it on the fucking doorknob last night. He left it on the doorknob at the fucking hotel. He didn't even fucking bother tying it again this morning. Yeah, that's fucking shitty.
Well, because his wife wasn't tying it, obviously.
Didn't happen as much as what did. That's because, as recently as 8 o'clock last night, the Conservatives wanted to fight this attempt to have a third inquiry into Boris Johnson. But when the Tory whips looked around this morning before that debate began at 11:30, they sniffed the wind, talked to colleagues.
Oh my God.
Sniffing that wind.
Oh, come on, Wayne. You got to know, like, this is some Tolkien shit. This is Tolkien-esque.
It's what he does.
Again, how the fuck did you conquer anything?
They sniffed
Conquered
the
your
wind.
ass.
They sniffed the wind.
No, you actually did.
We sniffed the wind.
The old wind sniffers, I call them.
Wayne, wind sniffer Lynch.
That if they put the attempt up...
He is the wind sniffer.
The wind.
Block this investigation to the vote, then there simply might not be enough Tories coming through behind ministers in the lobbies to defend the Prime Minister at this time. Far too many people, they worried, would give the impression of sitting in their hands waiting to see how this was going to play out. And it was that unwillingness of Tory MPs, we all believe, Tory MPs believe, meant that the government pulled their attempt to block this third probe, and that's why it's going ahead. And that was all before 11:30.
So wait a minute, what the hell are the rest of those people doing just sitting? Okay, for audio people, they're walking out of the halls of Parliament? What do you call it? The Justice League shit?
It's the Houses of Parliament, and that's the
fortress,
chamber.
The fortress.
That's
of
the chamber. So basically, what they have to do is they have to then go around and queue up to post their votes around the back, and all their votes are logged and they're not anonymous. So if you vote in any way, shape, or form, it's logged and your voting record is recorded forever. The only way you can get away with that is abstaining. If you walk away, or if you're whipped, you have to vote one way or the other. But if you are if it's only a one-line whip, you don't have to vote. You can abstain. If it's a three-line whip, you have to vote with the government, the party policy.
Again, how the fuck did you conquer anything?
Hey, yo, what's up with them couches, B?
By the way, that looks bigger than it actually is. I've been in that room and it's tiny.
It looks tiny.
Yeah.
It is properly tiny.
You can only fisheye so much, you know.
Yeah.
People in the game, they know what's up.
Yeah.
She a little baby ass stream you trying to make look big.
The action was underway. You heard a couple of quite significant interventions from Tory MPs. William Ragg, Tory Select Committee chair, and then Steve Baker became the 15th.
No one fixed his in-air. Like, who the fuck isn't do? All right, let me call BBC or Sky News and see if they need a producer.
Sky News.
Let me see if they need a producer because they clearly need. They are having.
The thing is, Sam Coates is one of their senior political presenters.
And ain't nobody fix his ear thing. That's
He's probably had it in and out for fucking hours.
Look, if I'm on camera and I have a booger, I need y'all to say something. I need y'all to feel safe enough around me that you could tell me I have a booger. I need you to tell me. I need that. I need that level of trust out of you. Sure. Yeah, we'll tell you.
We'll tell you.
When we see that thing swinging around in your nose.
Oh God! If I got a bear in the cave or a bat in the cave, you gotta let me know.
And 16th people inside the Conservative Parliamentary Party to say that Boris Johnson can't take them.
He's got a lapel mic like Jartan had before he got it sprayed with champagne.
Into the next election, Steve Baker, a prominent figure, played a big role defenestrating Theresa May, Boris Johnson's predecessor, saying that Boris Johnson should go now. Steve Baker backed Boris Johnson on Tuesday, so that's quite a rapid U-turn. And his U-turn reflects a broader, more worrying, I think, change in the mood, slight change in the mood, attitude amongst Tory MPs towards Boris Johnson. I've been talking this afternoon to Tory MPs across the party and the One Nation
Did you
like
see
a
the girl
male
dancing in the back?
He's like a male Tricia Takanawa from Family Guy.
Tricia Takanawa. Coming in with the evening news.
Exactly, that whole cadence, that whole,
No, but am I the only one who looked at it as like,
whoa? Yeah.
Go back about 5 seconds.
He's like this.
Oh, he had to give him the moves, man. You know the moves.
Boris Johnson on Tuesday, so that's quite a rapid U-turn. And his U-turn reflects a broader, more worrying, I think, change in the mood, slight change in the mood, attitude amongst Tory MPs towards Boris Johnson. I've been talking this afternoon to Tory MPs from across the party, from the One Nation more moderate wing through to those on the Tory right, and they all agree Boris Johnson.
There's the move. Hey, I saw your dance moves on Sky News the other day, and I just figured, a girl like that deserves a drink.
Yeah, after this, Sam Coates.
Come out is number 10 Downing Street.
I know a great place to party.
We have a party.
Sam Coates, after this, is going to drop his left shoulder and just beeline straight to her.
Yeah.
Hello, my darling. I'm Sam Coates, Sky News.
Put her in a dip, like they were doing a Spanish flamenco, and plant one right on her face. That's what I did. That's why I did the Kristen. That's why she's upstairs married to me.
Johnson's position through the events of today is weaker than it was just 48 hours ago when he gave that statement to Parliament defending the fact that he'd been fined by the police for breaking the rules on the 19th of June 2020. And I think that there's this sense of some of the authority, some of the power, some of the support in the Prime Minister amongst Tory MPs, who, as he keeps saying, are the judge, jury and executioner of a Tory Prime Minister. Some of that support has waned. Now, it's too early to say what will happen.
Waned.
I guarantee you she's got a TikTok.
100%.
100% guaranteed.
She's practicing for the parties.
Is there a flash mob in Parliament?
There is now.
There will be once we get our hands on it.
Yeah. Yep. She's gonna be leading it.
Hell yeah.
No, but the thing is, that little area where she's standing, that's the entrance. And as you go down that little corridor,
right?
You know where Barack Obama addressed Parliament? You go down that corridor and do a right, and there's a big, massive hall. And you know you can smell old wood.
Wait, who did that?
Barack Obama.
Who?
This guy.
Barry Bammer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Kenyan guy.
Yeah, the Kenyan guy. Yeah.
Barack Hussein Obama.
That okay-headed Muslim.
Yeah. The fake news president. I get it.
Our first Muslim president.
The president that sold racism in America.
Yeah.
The guy who sold racism.
Yes. You go down that corridor, do a right, and there's the big hall. That's where he addressed all of Parliament. This is like the foyer, if you will.
Oh.
Where he is.
Very nice. You guys have a foyer.
That's a fancy word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a French word too.
Must be nice.
I think the capital has a rotunda.
Hang on, Jartan, we stole that as well.
Yes, you did.
It's too
Like
early to call time on
everything
Boris
else
Johnson's
good about your
premiership.
country.
The one conclusion I think we can draw from today and
Tell
Downing
us.
Street's unwillingness to push to a fight this business of a third inquiry is that they are just worried about what Tory MPs really actually think
Yeah.
what Boris Johnson did.
Did you hear his cadence? He was leading up to an end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good.
I would wish that he would just articulate his P's a little bit more.
Well, that's the problem with lapel mics. Yeah.
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 There's no.
To be fair, you get that on the Rhodes mics as well. Like you've got Jartan. The P's pop quite a bit.
Yeah,
because
they do.
Joe Rogan's P's pop all the time.
His S's are worst, but that's because they can't fucking mix anything to save their lives because they're high all of the fucking time.
I'm high right now, and I can mix us.
Yes.
But you're talented.
I have a certain set of skills.
And Joe Rogan is still a fucking loser with $100 million.
100 millionaire loser. Remember?
Yep.
Remember when we used to talk about oh shit, I just lost it. Speaking of smoking too much weed, it'll come back to me. But there was something that we used to complain about all the time.
I can't do that, because
Hassan Piker.
No, I can't remember what it was. It'll come to me in a minute.
Alex
Probably in the
Jones.
middle of one of your thoughts.
All right, move the fuck on.
Yeah. I think British people are hypocrites.
Okay. Right. I'm going to jump off. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back. I need to gather my thoughts.
Is he going to rage quit because somebody said something about the country? That would be the most in it thing I'll cheer for.
What is he leaving for? Hey, you're messing up my layout. Don't turn your camera off.
Here's the thing. Why are they hypocrites?
Well, okay, my question is, what are they actually investigating? Did he have the parties? Is that
Sounds
what
like
they're
yes.
investigating?
No.
I thought they knew that he had the parties.
He had the parties. There's no investigation to that. It's if he lied to Parliament.
Oh,
Right.
about having the parties.
Yes.
Because that's a whole. If he lied, that's different.
Yes. That's an impedable offense, right?
Yeah, because
it's a Bill Clinton affair.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's lying. That's the.
So the point is, like, Bill Clinton, if he just said, "Yeah, I fucked her," he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as soon as he went in and he lied, then it's a problem. When he did that, I did not have sexual relations, right?
So what did Boris Johnson actually say, and was he under oath?
He was in the Commons, and he said he was not aware of any parties, even though he attended them, proven in the sense of he was issued a fixed penalty notice to say, yeah, mate, you were there.
Yeah.
End of. So straight away, he's already lied to Parliament. Because he said, I wasn't aware of any parties. And he also said that all restrictions were adhered to. Clearly not, because you've broken a law, here's a fine.
Yeah.
So he's completely fucked in that sense, but because he's sycophants and all these, basically the Tory government are working like a mafia, in the sense of you can't shit on the Godfather,
right?
Because if you do, you get fucked up.
Wait a second. This sounds familiar to me.
Why does it sound familiar?
I think we had something very similar to that mob boss.
What?
Where?
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan?
No? Yeah, because
Reagan was a thug. We knew that.
Because let's talk about the bastions of truth and justice in the American government. Chris Christie.
No.
He loves cheeseburgers.
No,
he just loves cheeseburgers.
Uh-oh.
I still want to Mikey to answer 2 questions. Why are British people hypocrites?
Because they were doing the same shit.
How does it make them hypocrites?
Because they're all up in arms like, oh, he had a party. But then they also had parties. Like you lose your moral high ground when you're guilty of the same offense.
That doesn't make any sense.
That wasn't what's being discussed. It's whether he lied to the Commons.
Wait. Yes. We established that, but
yeah, that's fine.
But Mikey's statement still stands on its own, right? Because there is a public outcry against Boris Johnson for having these parties. Agreed? Right. So that has nothing to do with the process that's going on in the House of Commons, and now with the what was it? The Rich and Powerful Committee? Or
this is the Privileges Committee.
Yeah, Privileges Committee. So
only the privileged can be here.
Yeah. So, but Mikey's statement kind of stands on its own, right? Because and I'm not, and if I'm speaking out of turn here, Mikey, and I'm putting words in your mouth,
how
please stop
dare you?
But what Mikey's saying is to judge somebody for doing the same thing that you did is hypocritical.
And especially when it comes to like COVID stuff, because COVID is a very new thing, and everybody saw what the restrictions were, and everybody made their own judgment call on whether or not their thing was a party or not, whether or not they felt it was safe or not, and whether everything. So you followed every single to the letter of the law,
Mikey,
every single thing.
No. You are misconstruing this. He is the gaffer. He's the geezer who made the rules, signed them off.
That has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because there were people getting fined left, right, and centre for breaking the COVID rules that he set. Then he broke himself.
That does not matter. He's still subject to them, which is why he got a ticket too.
I'm also confused because I thought we were talking about him lying to Commons. The House of Commons about this.
Yeah, he lied to the Commons.
I don't care whether or not he did it. Like
he lied. He lied.
But if he's asked if he was privy to these parties and he says no, even though there's evidence against them.
Of yes.
Of yes, exactly. That's
the
what
fact that
the worrying part of this, because he blatantly
the fact of the matter is,
and people are going to say, "Oh yeah, he didn't know," even though there is evidence of him being there.
The fact of the matter is, he has been deemed to have been in breach of COVID rules. He had his fixed penalty notice. He paid it, which says he agrees with the determination of the Metropolitan Police, which means he broke the rules that he set. That's the difference, Mike.
And he lied about it.
That's
the
difference.
So the court,
that's the Bill Clinton thing that we were talking about.
The part that
it didn't matter whether or not he had the sex. It's that he went to Congress and lied about it.
Right.
When he was asked, which is under oath.
Which is not what I'm disputing. Which has nothing to do with my statement. My statement was that they're being hypocrites. Because I know they all didn't follow. Because no one nailed their COVID protocol perfectly on the first try. No one got it all right. So if that is the bar that we're setting, that we have to be lenient with people about getting things right and wrong, then you have to be lenient with him. If he's lying about things, then there's something to be lied about. But I think it's bullshit for any of those fines or anything to sit. I get that we were trying to enforce mandates because we wanted to make sure that everyone was as safe as possible.
Right.
We did the best we could. If there's no like deaths after your party or something like that, then yeah, throw out the fucking fine, dude.
No, it's not that. It's the fact that people were restricted in their movements because of the arrangements that Boris Johnson had mandated, signed off, and set. And then he went, do you know what, fuck it, I'll do what I like. Right? And then other people
I'm not disagreeing with any of that, but you're telling me that again.
Wait. All right. So, Wade, is Boris Johnson, even though he's the Prime Minister, these all rules and restrictions be voted on every party in our Parliament before they are. Even though he's on the top, everybody else voted on it, right?
Yes. Everyone agreed.
But you're holding him solely responsible for it.
I'm holding him solely responsible in the sense of he was allowing fines to be issued by the constabularies that are, doing their bit, and yet he was just doing what he wanted. That's the point. And that's the outrage.
Because he was.
I think he was just ready with either of you.
I think he was just ready to pay his fine. He was going to have his party anyway, and he was going to pay his fine.
Yeah, but the thing is, paying the fine admits guilt.
That's how that works. Yes.
I'm not denying the fact that he did it, but you keep trying to act like I'm denying the fact that he did it. So you don't have to prove to me that it happened. I know it happened. I'm not in. There is no doubt in my mind that.
So where is the hypocrisy in the sense of
because he wasn't the only one having parties, is what I'm saying.
That's like saying if everyone else is doing it, why can't we?
I'm saying be less outrageful when your fucking neighbor was having a fucking party, when the fucking prime minister is having a fucking party. You didn't fucking go. People are not.
I was the first one.
Not you specifically. Not you specifically. Not you specifically. It's a more of a shot at the British people. It's like you can't only be outraged when it's Boris Johnson because you also don't like him. You also need to hold yourself accountable.
But the thing is, Mikey, this is where your argument falls down, because he's having his own party people criticising him for it and pulling him up for it. So it's not like the British people. It's a lot of sycophants are saying, "Oh no, it's only a little party. No one cares. We was all doing it anyway." But when you've got his own politicians saying the same thing, you've got to say, well, actually, yeah, do you know what? You've got to lead by example on this one. You really have to.
And they would never use that as any kind of political leverage to make them look like the good person and the person with the moral high ground at this point.
No, because the people that are pulling him up right now, you've got Steve Baker, MP, who is a Brexiteer and one of these Rule Britannia and all that kind of stuff, saying, do you know what? I can't sit by this anymore. We look like mugs. We've got our Prime Minister setting rules, breaking the rules, and then we're just carrying on. No, this ain't right. This is not morally correct. And that's one of his own understudies, if you will.
Right. All that to say, the outrage of the people and the outrage of some of the people sitting in Parliament is misplaced.
Okay, right. Do you want me to personalise it? So I really can.
No. Mikey, I think that you are calling everything and everyone the same thing because we're all people, but we're not all the same, and we're not all in the same position. We all don't have the same privileges, right?
Right.
So the guy on the street who who went out and had some points with his friends at his house because, he didn't have a job to go to because his workplace was shut down, and he don't have a wife, and he don't have that. You can't equate that to one of the richest mans in England sitting in his government-paid housing with servants and wives and mistresses coming out. That you can't equate everything and call everything the same thing. And yes, I know that I'm putting it out on two different points here now.
Yeah.
But, there's a million miles between those two and a million reasons between those two, right? But you can't call everything the same. A shovel isn't just a shovel. There is also something called a digger, right? Right. And you can't, just because they are made to make a hole in the ground, doesn't mean they're the same thing.
Wield the same power. I mean, a man who has power over other people. That's something that has. With great power comes great responsibility. Right.
So let's do a thought experiment real quick, and then I won't belabor the point. the four of us are now our own country. Binlandia has been established. Established 2019, 18?
I hope there's no fires here.
Whenever we started the show, that's when Binlandia was established. Whenever we started the show, I can't remember the year. 18 or 19. 18, I'm guessing. God, it's in my head now. I can't let it go. But like I'm setting up the rules. Right. And I'm setting up the rules for this thing. And I say, you know what, guys, at 2 hours and 5 minutes into every show, everybody needs to do something. And everyone needs to do the X. And I repeatedly don't do it. But X is beneficial to everybody. Doing X is good for everybody.
I'm not sure this works.
Wait. Is it important for you guys or important for me to do X when X is generally supposed to be for the good of the people, despite? So what? That was a pretty shitty analogy, but to clean it,
this doesn't
really bad. It was really bad.
So to clean it up,
doesn't work.
So to clean it up, if I make a rule for all of us, that's good for the show. Should you guys do it because I said to do it, or because it's good for the show?
What are the consequences of not doing it?
It's bad for the show.
Yeah. That's meaningless to me.
If doing a given behavior is bad for the show, we should all not do it. Correct?
Yes, but you're taking an example where we all are equals in this, right? Even though you set the rules, we are all equal in this.
Right.
Example.
Right, but we're not.
There is no social.
The consequences.
No social demographic, no economics, nothing that separates us.
But what I'm saying is, if a certain behavior is deemed bad by the society, or deemed not allowed by the society,
okay,
all breakings of that essentially have the same effect.
Let me try and personalize this for you, Mikey. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go wee with my willy. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Thank you for telling
Mikey,
us.
I want to personalize this for you. The birth of my eldest daughter was demonstrably better than the birth of my second daughter because of rules that were put on me.
Right.
This fop-haired twat decided that the rules that he set, the rules that I was dictated by, didn't apply to him.
Right.
And so, again, demonstrably, the birth of our second daughter was less enjoyable than the birth of our first. Yet he's allowed to do what he likes, according to your analysis.
Who else was
do
allowed?
What he likes.
Who else was allowed? Who else was allowed to do whatever they wanted?
Nobody.
Everybody.
Nobody.
The rule is there, Wayne. I'm not disagreeing that the rule is not there.
Yeah,
I'm saying that
Mikey, let me finish this. You want to talk about a thought experiment? I had to mill around outside of the hospital where our daughters were born for 2 hours because I weren't allowed to go in there until it was decreed suitable. Right? And I obeyed that. Right. I did that.
Right.
Really and truly, I wanted to be sat there with my missus' hand in my hand whilst she was going through all of the prep for a major surgery, and yet I weren't allowed to. Yet this cunt can. This cunt can do what he fucking likes.
And this is the danger of making things personal, because my next follow-up question is, so Boris Johnson was allowed to go to that birth?
That's not even a.
That's why it doesn't fit with this. It doesn't fit with this. Because what you're saying is that he is getting to do things that you missed out on, and that's the conflation.
No, what I'm saying.
You are conflating you missing out on things with what he did, and you cannot do that. It has to be separate. This needs to be treated like everybody else that had a party. It doesn't matter that I mean, what matters is the fact that he lied about it. But this should have been treated like everybody else who had a party when they shouldn't have had a party.
But Mikey, this is what you're not understanding. He has set rules and restrictions
on
my personal life, and yet he flaunts them rules and does whatever he wants, right? And yet that's fine. Oh, let's move on.
I didn't say it was fine and let's move on. I'm not saying that this isn't. I'm saying that the vitriol over the fact that he wrote the rules is misplaced. It doesn't matter if he wrote the rules. Anyone could have written the rules. He was going to do it anyway. And he didn't write it anyway because there's other people that wrote it with him. So what I'm saying is people are going to... Hold on, Wayne. People are going to break laws. People are going to break them. That does not change the fact that you should obey the laws that everyone has agreed upon. You did the right thing. You have not done anything.
He didn't.
Exactly.
And he didn't.
So he did.
He did exactly what he did. Account to.
I didn't say that, Wayne, for the 10th time. You're not listening to me. You're trying to argue with me. If you try to see, then try to see it from my. Then try to see it from my.
Let me shut down, and then you can just
try to see it from my side. Your anger at him is a distraction. It's not necessary because the only thing different between him and a bunch of smegheads fucking going to the pub, knowing damn well that everything's on lockdown, the only difference is their fucking job. Because they both violated the same rule. Did they not?
But Mikey, the difference
Please do not bring up the fucking fact that he wrote it. Stop. I heard that. I need you to go along with me. But you're not.
Acknowledge it then.
I've already acknowledged it 10 times. You're not listening.
To pull people up. When I say my neighbour downstairs who had people around every
It's not
day.
about you. You're not. Get back in the thought experiment and get out of what you're talking about. Did your neighbor downstairs and the fucking prime minister commit the same crime?
Yes.
Then they should have the same punishment, correct?
No.
Why?
Because one wrote the rules.
That's not a thing. Is that illegal? Is that a legal thing? Wayne, is that a legal thing?
Jartan, you're muted.
Wayne, is that a legal thing? Is that a legal thing where do you already have that on the books that people who write the rules have a harsher sentence than the people who don't write the rules? Is that in your law books now?
No, it's under investigation right now.
But that's what I'm saying, Wayne. You can't hold the world to this unreal, illegal standard. What you're talking about is illegal. I get that he should be brought up on charges for lying, but stop conflating it with the fact that it was a party. Only talk about the fact that he fucking lied.
There was
because that's
multiple infringements.
Yes. Okay. But both of you, just listen. So, Wayne, you got this wrong because you say he should acknowledge it. But you also say that he paid a fine and that's an admission of guilt.
Yes, it is.
So he did acknowledge it by paying the fine.
Yeah, on that one.
Yeah, but he did, right? And he did, and he's not on charges for having the parties. He's on charges for lying about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brenna said. So he's not up for harsher punishment, Mikey, for the parties. He's up for harsher punishment for lying about it at a job where his credibility is everything, right? And it's illegal for him to lie about it at his job. That's
against parliamentary code.
Yeah,
which is
against parliamentary
which
code.
is not what I'm arguing against.
I know. I'm getting to that. But what I am saying, my opinion on this, is that there are social contracts in place. And when you're an elected official, especially the highest elected, Jesus Christ. Well, it came out in the end.
It was coming.
It was a low but there's fuck you. You made me laugh. that you're held to a higher standard of conduct, and that is not only the Prime Minister. Am I willing to say that there is some hypocrisy involved there? Absolutely. Again, in Sweden, when the highest chief of government emergency, what you would call FEMA, right? He went to visit his daughter in Spain during the pandemic when everything was looking shit and that people would die, dropping like flies all over Sweden. He was like, I'm gonna go visit my daughter in Spain for 2 weeks. And I traveled. I went to see my family during COVID. I did things. For me to judge him, is there a part of hypocrisy in there? Yes, of course there is. But we are not the same. I'm a truck driver with very limited responsibilities. He is responsible for overseeing the entire emergency response. Boris Johnson was elected to oversee the COVID response, or the response of everything in the UK. And then I don't agree with Wayne when he said he wrote the laws, because he didn't write the laws. He signed off on them, but he didn't have a choice. If he said, I won't sign this, he would basically have to resign.
But
correct me if I'm wrong, Wayne, but I think I think that he has a higher responsibility to follow the rules and lead by example.
I think,
absolutely.
But to distill Wayne's point, I think the one thing that can be gleaned from that is that he was not ignorant of the law. You know what I mean? Like, it literally came across his desk first. He saw the finished product first, and then signed off on it. So yeah, he knows what it is. And Vic Stryker, friend of the show, part of the Bin Family Network, Tim Bristol. Everyone should have the same punishment. That is equality. Everyone held to the same standard. And that is correct. Even if we don't like it, it has to be the same. So that's why I was fighting so hard with that point, Wayne, is just because someone is in a certain position or because we don't like them, we can't have a separate system of justice for them. It has to be identical.
Mikey, that's not what I was arguing at all.
But then
that's not what I was arguing at all.
Okay. Wait. I wasn't really done. But
sorry.
But yes, it's sort of. But Wayne, it sort of was, and even if it wasn't, it kind of came across that way. So maybe something. Yeah. And I'm not. And what I'm saying is that I'm not talking about punishment. I'm talking about sort of social ramifications, right? There are things that I can't do at my job that aren't illegal but would still have me fired. There are things that I cannot do that aren't illegal but they will cause me to lose my job. And that's why I think that we should. I don't think it's wrong for us to hold our elected officials to a higher standard than average Joe, because I don't agree with that. Everything is the same. Everyone is the same, because we are different. We have different social constructs, economical standpoints. We have different responsibilities, and not everything is a flat line. There is differences. There are gray zones. There are multifaceted fucking colors around there.
Okay.
It's not black or white.
Okay. But is that written in the law?
No. And
so
I'm not talking.
So that's the problem. So if we don't implement something like that, and I think that's a great idea. I'm not arguing that point is invalid. I'm saying that it's not applicable. It's not what the law is right now.
It's in the parliamentary code
that he should get a harsher sentence.
No, if he
so
lies,
that's what I'm saying. That's the point I was arguing with. You didn't stay with me, and you keep reverting back to what we were originally talking about. So let's not chase our tails a whole bunch of times.
No, but your initial argument was that the British people are being hypocritical, and I'm saying no. This geezer is in this position, and he has to be held to the standard that is set out by the Parliamentary Conduct Code. That's it. End of. There's no sort of like sitting there going, oh yeah, I went to a party, but I'm a member of the public. No, he is a parliamentarian and he has to adhere to a certain code of conduct. He has been proven by law that he's broken that standard. So he has to be held to that standard. Otherwise, what is the point?
Wayne, he did not break the parliamentary conduct by having the parties. He broke the parliamentary conduct about lying.
By lying to the government. That's
so
what I'm saying, Jartan.
Yes. And you're conflating the two is what I'm saying. You're mixing them together. The lying is the problem.
Wait. I agree with you. I understand what you're trying to get across, but you're kind of hard to follow because that's why I could try to correct you again. It's like the parties is one thing. What he's doing now, the whole lying is a different thing, and I agree with you that he should be held accountable for that because that's against the parliamentary conduct. I am even harsher. I think that he should be socially, not legally, held accountable. I think that if he was the leader of the party that I voted for, it would be very hard for me to vote for that party as long as he was leader because I cannot trust him. And he doesn't follow the standards that he sets out for others and so forth and so forward.
There's consequences for that, for those actions that he took. There are major consequences for that.
Socially and maybe even politically or professionally and so on and so forth. What's the whole that's why we did the whole Bill Clinton analogy thing and comparison thing, was because Bill Clinton was not on trial, was not impeached for sleeping with Monica Lewinsky. He was impeached for lying
to Congress,
like we're seeing now with Boris Johnson, for lying to Parliament.
My point.
And yes, but if that's your point, then we're all in agreement. It's just you did. I'm sorry, but you did kind of poor job getting that through to the rest of us because I agree with you up until that.
No, the whole.
Let's hear from Brenna. Let's hear from Brenna.
Sorry, Brenna.
First off, I did not hear anything about conflating the parties with what is going on in the parliament. I only heard that he lied, and then that's what's going through.
Because he wrote the laws is a conflation.
That's not what I'm talking about. All I heard was that he lied about whether or not he went to the parties, and there is proof that he went to the parties, and then he lied to Parliament, which is like lying to Congress. You cannot do that without consequences, and those are the consequences.
Yep.
And we've talked about this before because my governor went to a party.
Mr. Newsom.
Party. And I was trying to figure out what the reaction was about that because it was long ago. But in the midst of having, these restrictions,
lockdowns,
these restrictions, actually, what what was discussed was that during this time he did open up outside eating, and that's what he was doing at French Laundry. But there was an outcry that he is supposed to be, showing us better. But again, he was staying to what the restrictions were. It was outside. And so to me, I'm not thinking, I don't give a shit whether or not Boris Johnson went to a party. If he was asked in Parliament whether he went to a party and he said no,
and it was yes.
Lying. That is lying.
100% agree.
That is a child's version of lying. And
Omission.
that's what he should be his punishment should be, and that should equal the crime. Lying to Congress there, or lying to Parliament there, should be the same way as committing perjury in Congress here.
Correct.
Which is impeachment.
Correct.
And the result of impeachment should be you get your own January 6th riots. But that's only if you get impeached twice.
You have to do it the right way.
You have to do it twice.
Yeah.
So get hopping, Mr. Johnson.
And then you get parade.
Yay.
Well, and then you get a cult following.
Yay. Double yay.
Yeah, but I think that we're in agreement. I really do. I feel that I feel like it's up to one and everyone to sort of judge our politicians and our public officials for the actions that they take, and see if next time around, if we want to vote for them based on that action. I think that Boris Johnson paid the fine. He acknowledged that he did wrong, but
there are still more investigations that are going ahead.
Yeah, but what is on the table right now is, did he lie about it, and what is to be done about it? I think that any politician, especially the highest official in any democratic country that lies to its parliament, be that it's Congress or the German Reichstag or, British Parliament or fucking Riksdag in Sweden.
Just making up words now.
Yeah.
The alphabet soup.
Yeah, and
I thought he was having a stroke.
No, in Norway, it's
Wi-Fi.
Norway. It's Storting,
Oh, okay.
and
that makes sense.
and it translates to big thing.
Hey.
Look, let's
You want to see?
can we just get this right, because I feel
If you want, we can get this finished if after this we all look at my Norwegian big thing.
No, thank you. I'm
No,
good.
no, you're
You're
fine.
good. No, I'm
You're
so
fine.
good. So
And
it doesn't work
and
out.
in Norway that's very small.
It's just because the water's cold, mate.
Yeah, it's like a spare belly button.
Go, man.
Nasty. Just nasty.
But I just want to put the point across that I am not having a go at Boris Johnson for the sake of it being Boris Johnson. I'm having a go at the fact that I had to do stuff by the fact that he told me to.
And there's legitimate reason for that. Like, yeah, it's kind of if you were told to do something for the safety of others and then somebody just decided that it didn't apply to them, you have absolutely legitimate argument about that.
Mm-hmm.
But legally you have no rule.
It's
But
like
then
being it's being angry at the police for them breaking the speed limit with their lights on. It's sort of,
Yeah, it's
I don't know. That's
why do you give me a speeding ticket? You were speeding to catch up with me.
right. And that's the argument.
That's a Mikey weak argument.
You still haven't proved anything that you've been saying. You've just been asserting things. And I tried to present a logical argument to your thing. And you said that we should hold people to different sets of laws, which is so bad for society.
No, I didn't. No,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. I can pull the clip for you. I'll pull the clip for you. Don't even worry about it, big boy. I'll play it for you the first thing next week.
Mikey, that thing? Was that a big thing?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was.
I said the people, the people that make the rules should be held accountable to the same rules. That's it.
No, you said other things. It's okay. I got the clip for you, homie. Don't you even worry about it. I already got you.
Oh God, Mikey's ego is so fragile today.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
I'm sassy now, bitch.
Mikey's ego has been growing proportionally with his hair.
There you go.
It's been growing with my monitor size.
Is it
By the
Mikey
way,
or is
no,
it Sasha Fierce?
Dude, I'm gonna do a total fucking turnaround right now. So did you hear about Will and Jada?
Yeah.
No.
They're basically having a fuck all time. Like, it's gonna be the messiest fucking divorce in the history of Hollywood.
Well, that's good.
I don't blame him.
Good for him.
Because
what?
His missus slept with his son's mate. No. Bye-bye.
Their relationship dynamics are really none of our business.
I don't care.
Well, it sort of is when they put it out publicly through that really cringy Instagram video.
It doesn't really matter if they tell us or not. It's still really none of our business. If they want to have an open relationship, who am I to fucking see? That's what happens. It's like you can't play Monday morning quarterback for that shit,
dude. That's not what I'm doing either. I'm just saying I'm not judging. If I know that polyamorous people make it work, I know that people and probably. They make it work more times than fucking monogamous people because our fucking divorce rates are horrible. Like they're at like 50-55% in Sweden right now.
He's not the first entanglement. He's just the one that got lippy and decided to start going into the trashy blogs and telling everybody his business. He's the only one that's been running his mouth, which is why most people even know his name in the first place. So exactly
the Jaden's friend.
August Alsina. He's a recording artist. Like he's not from nowhere. Like he's a singer. But
okay,
there's been other people that Jada have had. And there's been other people that Will have had. It's just they knew the fucking game and you just shut the fuck up. But August thought he was going to replace Will, and he had these delusions of grandeur and all that, and that's why it got messy.
Yeah, no. But what I'm trying to say is that the people who said there was somebody on this podcast as well that said there's something more going on. It's not that just that Chris Rock joke. I can't really remember. We talked about it just when it happened, and
Chris Rock's got form, hasn't he, for digging out Jada.
Yeah, big man.
What?
No, Chris Rock has got form for digging out Jada.
He's got
beforehand.
Yeah.
Form, yeah.
Yeah, no, but here's the deal. It's there's always something looming beneath when things like these happen, right? It's not as easy as it seems. It's not like that 10-second clip says it all.
It doesn't live in a vacuum.
No, it doesn't live in a vacuum, and
there's a lot of factors that go into something like that. And especially
you're super low, Brenna. Thank you.
Yeah, there's always something that sort of triggers it, and like the trigger, the joke trigger, that there was something else going on, and whether or not it was something like from Will's past, like he was talking about watching his mother get abused and how that kind of that triggered that, or he, his anger issues that he's been dealing with, or is there a lot more tension that's going on, and that obviously played out, and then thus, there is more, and then finally everything's out in the public, and they're like, we have to deal with this in the right way. And if they are getting a divorce, then that's their thing. It's not for us to decide how to determine their relationship. I'm more concerned about making sure that everybody is safe in that situation, where we are seeing kind of the problems with bad relationships, such as with the Johnny Depp stuff.
Yep.
And his
that's a whole new fuckery.
And then see how public that is, and how it does change your perception of people, and the way that you think about them, and you way like So it's hard to, we want to make sure that we're doing this correctly and saying, like, if they want to have their messy divorce, let them have their messy divorce.
Correct.
If they're not going to get divorced, let them not get a divorce.
Yeah.
Also,
So,
also their call.
all that. No, but all I wanted to get at. No,
quickly.
yeah.
Will Smith, if you want to invest in the Bin podcast right now, and put all of your money and assets into
So she can't get
our
it.
account,
Yeah, so she can't get it.
we'll look after it. We'll store it here in the UK. It's fine. We're out of Europe. We're basically like the
Overseas,
Cayman
it'll be
Islands.
fine.
We're like the Cayman Islands right
I don't
now.
know. I don't know. The shipping from the UK is kind of crazy right now.
And Dana,
cash price is fine.
And Dana, if you want to hide your half of Will's asset in Sweden,
Yeah,
I'm your man.
Jada.
I don't know what the fuck her name is. I don't care.
I think it would have been It would have been better if you just didn't tell him, and we just let him go on thinking her name was Dana Smith this whole time.
He's like Dana White.
I was gonna say that's like a white name.
That's a white.
Dana.
No, but I
Dana
think
Smith.
that Mikey. I think that Mike just hit the nail on the head. Nothing happens in a vacuum, right? And when somebody loses, their cool at such a public event like Will Smith does, saying that was just that joke is just
right. It's dismissive.
It's dismissive, and it's just idiotic. And saying like it was because of the look that Jada gave him at that point. It wasn't. It was a
thousand things. Yeah.
It was a million thousand things.
And I want to make this clear, and I don't think I made it clear the last time I was on when I burst into tears and stuff like that. I
edited that out.
No,
Have we been raided?
I did not accuse Will Smith of being abusive. I just want to let everybody know that, because that is a horrible thing to say, is to say something that somebody, another person is being abusive without any evidence of it.
I don't think that anybody think that came across that way.
She's just clarifying.
Accusing somebody of abuse is a big thing, and I would never do that. What I said was that what he was taught, what he was saying, especially after he did hit him, it's abusive behavior, and that's what I was saying. That's what somebody who uses that kind of tactic. It's bullying. I mean, bullying is abuse. We have various versions of abuse, and so I'm just saying that I want to make sure that I was not accusing Will Smith of being abusive to his children or his wife. I will not say that.
No,
the behavior was of somebody who understands the understands abusive, because you can be both abusive and not be physical about it as well.
Brenna, that was obvious in your commentary, that there was no way that could be misconstrued into you saying that. So
I want to make that clear, because that is a
100%.
huge accusation, and I would never accuse somebody without evidence of that, because that is serious.
No, you were spot on. You were spot on with what you were saying, and it was so I don't know what the word is. It was nice to hear you being able to vent your reaction to that in just a safe environment, and it was good. It was good, and it was nice to hear, and it was nice for us to be able to just put our virtual arms around you, because you were very vulnerable at that point, and we thank you for trusting us to be nice in that environment.
Well, let's end this on some positivity
100%.
today.
You got
Trump
tax
returns?
returns?
Positivity. Tax returns?
You got Trump tax
I got an
returns?
extension.
I can turn my camera around.
I can't. Yeah. I got an extension on my taxes, because I I spent the entire.
No,
I've been gone for a month.
I said, do you have Trump's tax returns?
I do not.
Oh.
But we have Biden's. So there's
okay.
that.
Well, this is boring.
I know it's very vanilla. I'm out there on the internet world. I am fostering 5 nursing kittens in their mommy right now. And they're almost 4 weeks old now.
Go get one.
They are the cutest goddamn things. I'm not going in again. I already showed you guys.
You got to show the viewers.
Go on my Instagram. They're everywhere.
Oh, plug it.
Where can they follow you on Instagram?
I believe it's. Jesus, I don't even know. I don't even
Ready
care.
for anything.
Brenna.Duncan. It's my first name dot my last name. But I've got kitties there. Yesterday, one of my big kitties got out and spent about 7-8 hours sort of panicking and trying to look for her. But she was found and she's fine. She's still a horrendous little cat and we love her. But there's some good news. So we got kittens and we got my kitty back. So
good.
Positive news. Anybody else have positive news?
I don't.
No?
I'm filled with a
Ooh, your
blind
hair.
rage.
Your hair.
That's about it.
I have positive. I have hair too.
Oh, you do. I've seen it.
Yeah, I've got my fro over. So.
Gimmick infringement.
Oh, Mikey, how dare you use your wrestling terms on me?
Oh, this is gonna get serious. We gotta take this outside, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, you know what, Wayne? Let's take this outside, and if we'll start in 10 minutes, and if I'm not there, start without me.
Oh, I will.
Kitty
and
butt.
I'll host.
Oh my God, there's more.
That cat looks like trouble.
Yeah, that cat looks like he wants to have a tear up.
Yeah.
So, Jartan, you have 7 of them?
Yeah, I have 7 cats. This is Minnie.
I have
It's Minnie.
I can imagine the smell.
That's Ariel.
Oh,
what's up, Tez? Kristen, if you're watching this, no.
They're so cute.
No.
There
Kristen.
we have.
I need to sing Kristen.
No.
Sorry.
Hey, I already had to fucking pull Wayne to the side about his damn baby pictures. Don't start with me with no damn kittens.
Look, I got 4 on the table right now. So we got Ariel over there, and we got Belle. They're Maine Coon cats. Then we have Tyson, old grumpy. And then we have our small one, which is Minnie. Minnie.
First guitar lesson.
Better than you already.
Yep. She's all about D on, D off.
Ariel.
Damn cats are taking over the damn shows.
It's the pussy show.
Don't do that. I just specifically asked you not to do that.
What?
They're the consequences.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Your wife will love you. That's consequence.
How do I ban someone in the chat? I've never actually done it before. I'm gonna have to ban this person.
There's lots of kitties.
Best
Don't ban.
episode ever. All right, we're dawdling.
Look at that. Look at that legend. Look at her in her Arsenal kit.
We're dawdling. Someone take us home.
Right, I'm on it.
Okay.
So, everyone, thank you for joining us on the Bin Podcast. We've got the full squad in today, which has been a rarity for the last 3 weeks. But thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next week, Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time, 9 p.m. Central European time, 12 p.m. Calm down. 12 p.m. Orange County time and 2 p.m. Central. This has been the Bin Podcast.
Other shows.
Huh?
We have other shows.
Okay, right. I'm handing over. I just did the time.
Who are you passing the mic to?
I'm giving the hot tag to Jartan.
I like that you think that I know these things, but I don't.
Tell us about your show.
Oh, well, I have a show with my lovely fiance. we do occasional streams, but we also will be traveling, posting traveling videos starting next week because over Easter we went to Tallinn in Estonia on a cruise. My first cruise ever. And she actually used to work on a cruise ship, so she was, the seasoned veteran. Yeah, and I also bought these. Mikey, you're gonna love these. It's like the saltiest fucking licorice in the entire.
Oh, it's black licorice. Oh, put it in the garbage.
I've been eating them going through the entire show. It's so good.
Gross.
Oh my god.
Gross. All right, Brenna. Tell us about your Patreon show.
We've already talked about my Patreon show. Well, okay, so I have yet to. I need to get back into it with Jenna. She's got herself a boyfriend.
She broke up the Yaya sisterhood.
Not cool with me.
Ain't no we in that.
Yes, but with his wife.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh no, we just lost Brenna's camera. Oh man. Damn, and the audio's cut too because our NDI source is not on screen, so it's not pulling any audio. That's insane. But anyways, well, I'll do it. You guys should check out the BJ Specialist if you are a part of our Patreon. The hot tag, the hottest show on Twitch is every Tuesday, same time as this. And then you guys can catch Speaking from the Center on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock Central. Am I right, Tim? I think so.
Yes.
For Jartan, Wayne, Brenna, and me, Mikey Famine, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
Goodbye.